you with us from Dick's Stadium in Kent, Ohio, home to the Golden Flashes of Kent State. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Temple Owls, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Kent State Golden Flashes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Kent State's offense will take the field first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Back to throw, it's Graves. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Golden Flashes look to keep this drive humming. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Gonna sling it on second down. Caught near the sticks, it's Smith. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll give it to the back. Another broken tackle. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. And the Golden Flashes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got it set up on the outside. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Golden Flashes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Flashes!
You've got to find creative ways to run the football in the red zone when the field shrinks, and I love the jet sweep here. You could tell, hits it in stride, speed kills on the perimeter, good blocking, nice play call at the right time to get the touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bass. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Temple's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Temple lines up quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. The Owls have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself, fighting off the defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
It's complete to the right.
And the defense brings the blitz. And how about the QB? Really nice job understanding. If I can hang on to this just a little bit longer, it gives my receiver an opportunity to run a better route and get more time to create more space. Nice job hanging in there, taking the hit, and getting the completion off of it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Quarterback on the keeper. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll do it himself. Nice move to pick up yardage. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run play action. Touchdown, Owls! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Back to pass, it's Graves. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. Makes it past the marker. The spin, still on his feet. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly on the move. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He's got it inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Flashes are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it to the back. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Dumps it to the back. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Kent State.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that. And once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Crimson Tide know they're in a battle, and like the great teams under Bear Bryant, expect them to finish strong. They're trailing by just 4 to Alabama. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Owls are in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Took a shot as he threw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. So now it's second and long. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
And sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that run. Good cover.
Breaks into the open. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rushes on him.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Mills. He's got it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here's the return from inside his 10. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Guys, that'll do it for the quarter, and it's Kent State on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back to the ground game on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Bunch formation for these receivers. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're ripping off chunks of yardage to get it to the 33.
And that's a first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Golden Flashes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Graves. Touchdown, Golden Flashes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Temple lines up quickly.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you.
He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Off play action. lining up to convert third down. Wants to throw. It's Mills. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Temple lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Give to the running back. Turning it on! So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And the defense just getting out of position on that last RPO. The running back had the football. I'm not sure the defense thought the quarterback had held onto it and was maybe going to throw it. You see the linebackers and the DBs, they didn't have their eyes in the right position, and that running back made them pay.
That is how a quick strike offense flips the field, and now they're in business trying to cash in after that huge play. Barrels ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Barges ahead. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead's extended a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Temple lines up quickly. Now the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Back to throw, it's Mills. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Temple lining up to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The lone back's got it. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, it It was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Yeah, that is a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Timeout.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Kent. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dick's Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Mills. Pocket breaking down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Hunt is on its way. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. To the air on 1st down. Hauls it in. And the Golden Flashes can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's the handoff. Spins away from the defender. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. With the catch, it's Miles. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Golden Flashes have their offense in high gear. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Across the 25, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Power football with the run. He's dragged down to the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with his back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. And the Golden Flashes trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Kent State! And the route is on. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Third and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon.
Looking for a man. It's Mills.
They're up by just 2 over Alabama.
Finds his man. It's Thacker.
We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll pull it on the read. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That one never had a chance, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Temple lining up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He's got it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. High the chains now on 2nd and long. The hand to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Graves. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Golden Flashes will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle, it's Stafford. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
First down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Temple lining up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They go to the ground. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Graves. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Golden Flashes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Just a little off. Incomplete. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Fakes to grab. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. Temple lining up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The give to the tailback. There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown. Golden Flashes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the option. He'll toss it. Got enough for the first. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. That's the end of the period, and Kent State is out front. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He'll keep it himself. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll try to pop the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. He'll go to the sneak. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
They'll go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback on the keeper. Can't get him to the ground. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. On the move is the 30. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Kent State! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The Crimson Tide are keeping this interesting. This program has produced defensive stars like Derek Thomas and Minkah Fitzpatrick, and they are within striking distance. They're up by 9 over Alabama.
Back to pass, it's Tuggle.
For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Temple lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Gives it to the back on the draw. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Now they're going to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Punt is on its way. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Got it in the middle. It's Stafford.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sideline. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. To the air, it's Tuggle. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Temple lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Golden Flashes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. To throw, it's Tuggle. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the 4th quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Little. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's taking a deep shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds a little space. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And the Golden Flashes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Handoff from the shotgun. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Temple, 10.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Tuggle. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.